Ever had a coworker who coasted through their job while dumping all the work on you? I did for 6 months. But the day he handed me one more urgent report to finish for him, I decided I'd had enough. And I made sure his laziness blew up in his face. If you've ever dreamed of serving justice to someone who thought they could take advantage of you, smash that like button and subscribe. Because this is the story of how I used one Excel file to end my lazy coworker's free ride for good. You know that one guy in the office? The one who's never at his desk, always on his phone, and somehow never gets in trouble? That was Seth. Seth strolled in late every day blaming traffic, then vanished for extended bathroom breaks or 2-hour lunches. But the worst part? He didn't just slack, he made others do his work. And his favorite target was me. Every week it was the same story. An email that said, "Hey, mind giving me a hand with this project?" Translation: do all of it while I scroll TikTok and take credit. I went to our manager more than once, but Seth had a silver tongue. He'd smile, nod, spin some nonsense about collaboration, and get off scot-free. Meanwhile, I was left drowning in deadlines. The final straw? A massive report for a major client, dumped on me 2 days before the deadline with a casual, "Think you can take this?" Oh, I could take it, all right. But not the way he expected. Seth didn't know it yet, but the wheels of karma had just started turning. A week earlier, I'd casually asked him during a break, "Hey, you good with Excel?" He laughed. "PSHHH, barely. I can filter columns and stuff, I guess." Perfect. Because this time when he sent me another spreadsheet to organize for his report, I said sure. But instead of doing it the normal way, I built in hidden formulas. Subtle ones. Nothing that would trigger alarms. Just enough to quietly corrupt the data if someone didn't know what to look for. You couldn't see the issue unless you checked for hidden cells or understood how Excel formulas propagated. Which of course Seth didn't. Every time he copied and pasted into his report, the numbers shifted, just slightly. Enough to seem legit, but completely wrong. The day the report was due, Seth was relaxed as ever. Feet up, scrolling his phone, sipping a smoothie like the world owed him a favor. I walked by his desk. "All set for the client meeting?" I asked. He gave me a wink. "Thanks for handling it, man. You're a lifesaver." I smiled. "Anytime." The meeting started, and within 5 minutes chaos erupted. The client was furious. The numbers made no sense. Charts were scrambled. Totals didn't add up. Seth's face went from smug to white as a ghost. He stuttered, tried to pull up backup files, but every version he opened was a wreck. I watched him sweat bullets. Eventually he ran over to me. "Dude, the files are all messed up. Did you do something wrong?" I blinked, innocent. "What? No way. Maybe it's a glitch? I mean, Excel can be weird sometimes." He went back to his desk, muttering to himself, frantically clicking. He spent the entire day trying to salvage the report. But every fix broke something else. By the afternoon, our boss had been pulled in. Seth tried to cover, of course. Claimed it must have gotten corrupted. But the client had sent screenshots and timestamps. And the audit logs showed he had edited the file, not me. There was no hiding. Our boss, usually calm, snapped. "This was a multi-$1,000 account, Seth. What the hell happened?" For once, Seth had no words. Just excuses. Bad ones. By the end of the day he was sent home, suspended without pay pending review. And me? I just sat there, quietly sipping my coffee. No gloating. No words. Just peace. The funny thing is, it wasn't even about revenge. It was about standing up for myself. About not letting someone walk all over me just because they were louder, bolder, or knew how to play the system. Seth thought he was too slick to get caught. But all it took was one broken spreadsheet, and a bit of patience. Sometimes justice isn't loud. Sometimes, it's hidden in a cell, waiting to break everything for the person who never bothered to look deeper. If this story made you smile or gave you ideas, hit that like button. Comment below. Have you ever worked with a Seth? And don't forget to subscribe for more tales of karma, justice, and sweet, sweet revenge, delivered one story at a time. Because in the end, nothing's more satisfying than watching a lazy freeloader self-destruct.